Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Pisces November 30th, 2022. Today's transits connect you with your deeper feelings or ambitions related to money matters or business affairs. You could also feel more strongly about what you have and don't have. A Mars-Saturn transit adds a desire to be productive to the day's energies. You're motivated to work a little harder to meet your goals, particularly related to your personal life and close relationships. Thinking about what will benefit you in the long term can help you prioritize. The goal now is to get organized and feel more in control, and a slow but steady pace makes the most sense. A project in its developmental stages can be in focus. Don't feed the beast today and tomorrow. Extremely challenging energy is afoot in the heavens above. Partnership friction could take place today, especially concerning finances or intimacy, so don't charge into a battle even if you feel especially triggered. Fiery Mars, your planetary co-ruler now orbiting in your solar 8th house of wealth and assets, will launch grenades toward mental Mercury, spinning across the sky in your solar 2nd house of finances. Disagreements, drama, and vengeful energy will lurk behind every corner. Try to hold yourself accountable, and don't use your sharp tongue. Figure out what you need to do to create less financial fluctuations in your private life. Do not be surprised if you feel slightly unsure of how to create a more unique financial plan for your home and family when Saturn in Aquarius trines Mars retrograde in Gemini. Since this trine is mentally focused, you may find that you are overthinking how to work with your family to ensure that there are no additional costs, debts, or grievances with your financial matters. Today's trine may even touch upon any investments, property, and shared assets. There is a lot happening on both sides of the financial fence today. At the same time that Mars, in retrograde motion in your financial sector, is getting a lot of support from both the Moon and Saturn, the Sun is spending his first and Venus and Mercury their last full week in your income sector. There is going to be some financial tension, simply because both sides of the financial fence are active and are fighting for your attention. You are a delightfully flexible person at times, and the planetary energy at play makes this one of those times. To emphasize this quality, consider paying special attention to stretching out your hips and legs. When you feel strong physically, your true nature shines through. Cut back on the caffeine intake regularly. Substitute peppermint or chamomile tea to strengthen your nervous system. It's a brand new day and cycle today. The vibration of this day promises the new and different. And it can bring adventure. When is the last time you went out and did something daring? If it's been a while, why not check into doing something fun today? See about taking a trip somewhere, other than for business, or engaging in some activity like skydiving or bungee jumping. Talk a walk on the wild side today. See what you can learn from experiencing something totally different. A week after the Sun left Scorpio, bringing your birthday month to a close, you should find that there is a lot less pressure, more certainty, and even more clarity than there was this time last week. What made your birthday month different this year was the 2 eclipses, a total lunar eclipse 2 weeks ago and a solar eclipse 2 weeks earlier. This brought some powerful shake-ups, and the lunar eclipse in particular would have brought some wake-up calls. Yet a week on the path forward will look clearer and more confident. Whether it is Jupiter in his first full week in direct motion in your romantic sector or dreamy Neptune in his final days in retrograde motion here, both are at a standstill, allowing you to stay in the moment. It is the Moon's return tomorrow that will give you a better read on the turning tides on the romantic front, while romantically charged lunar vibes will bring you closer to the planets of luck and dreams. Our eyes in the sky. The cosmic climate is challenging today as the Aquarius Moon allies with Saturn while also butting heads with Mercury, Venus, and Mars. The energy here can put your will at odds with your emotions, making it difficult to know which way you should move forward. You might also feel weighed down and unmotivated as these funky vibes wash over everyone. Meanwhile, stubborn behaviors are likely to manifest, so you'll want to watch out for these in both yourself and others. Tension will hang in the air, so if you feel like you need a timeout, permit yourself to take one. You're able to keep track of the things that matter, managing to take control and concentrate on what's important to you. Such an optimistic approach positively affects your personal life, helping you to resolve any potential problems you must deal with and uncover the true significance of your relationships and exactly the direction they are heading. Your ability to understand any situation is good, and you're able to undertake any sort of mental task. Equally, you're communicating without any difficulty, so possible negotiations or similar conversations turn out to be successful. You also find your general level of curiosity is heightened, and you're keen to acquire knowledge and learn as much as you can. Your thoughts have seldom been so lucid and in harmony. Problems with relationships that seemed insurmountable just a short time ago are now resolved without further arguments. The time has come to revive personal bonds. Enjoy this phase and experience life with other people. The memories will last for a long time. Don't be surprised by certain situations and dating opportunities that crop up. There's plenty to contemplate and consider in the coming weeks before you make any decisions. Think about how you want to allow your heart to be directed. Showing good sense assures time spent isn't wasted and for nothing. In the evening, we'll see more rocky vibes as the moon shares a harsh aspect with unpredictable Uranus. This energy threatens to challenge what we usually feel we can rely on, which can lead to destabilization and strained emotions. Just after midnight, the Aquarius moon sextiles the Sagittarius sun, granting us inner peace and confidence. If we are awake, our strong sense of self will facilitate authentic connections with others. We celebrate the quirkier sides of our personalities, forging relationships based on niche interests and shared dreams. If we are asleep, we can expect uplifting dreams where novel experiences shift our perspective in affirming ways. What interests you most is of a positive nature and helps you gain insight into many new issues and make progress at every opportunity. These encounters stimulate the exchange of ideas that provide numerous sources of inspiration. Ideas to make your relationship more interesting, or opportunities to travel and broaden your horizons. After sunup, Mars in Gemini trines Saturn in Aquarius, the second of 3 trines in Mars' retrograde cycle. These transits create a narrative arc that supports tempering our passions so we can focus our willpower. The first of these trines occurred on September 27th with Mars in direct motion. Think back to this date. Was there a project kicked off around this time that you have since lost momentum on? This trine reminds you that although a redesign may be in order, this project is still viable. In fact, it is destined for success, despite false starts. What steps can you take at this point to push this enterprise along? You're allowed to get experimental in your process. Think outside the box. Take a few risks. Defy a few expectations. The final trine between Mars and Saturn will be on March 30th, 2023, after Mars enters Cancer and Saturn enters Pisces.